Hello, everybody, and welcome to Game List Plus. I am about to, well, as you can see, the stream is about to start. VR showcase, and then I'm going to talk about the Steam frame immediately after. Let's get into it. I think this is a pre-show anyway, it's not the actual show.
Welcome to the VR Game Showcase pre-show kickoff. We have 10 awesome indie and MR projects
kickoff,
to see before the show
but
starts.
It's interesting.
With 6 brand new game reveals.
And it allows me
if you
to
see a game you like the look of, scan this QR code
test
to get
this out, make sure everything's
and
running.
buy-in.
Hopefully get some people in here
Let's
before
get
the actual
started
show
with a brand
begins.
new update for Banners and Bastions.
Alright, we don't need captions. If you guys can choose that for yourself. Banners and Bastions is a lot of fun. I've been playing this game. They've done a lot of updates since I started playing, so I'm going to have to jump back into it. I had a pre-release version. Alright, starts in 13 minutes.
Banners and Bastions adds 2 new enemy types,
so it's
new
a selection
playable
of games
and
that
an epic
are
Dragon Boss
already
battle
out.
in today's free update.
That's cool. So it's got little QR codes so you can check on the details of the games.
1.0 launch. Speaking of new launches, let's get a new look at a PC VR favorite coming to Quest very soon.
PC VR coming to Quest. What the heck is this? I don't think I've seen this. Nice little platforming game. That's cool. Wait, so are you the giant or are you the little guy? Mm-hmm.
VR Giants arrives on Quest just in time for the holiday season. With a free friend pass and the ability to play on multiple platforms, this one will be a hit at your next family gathering.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to check that out.
Close your eyes and take a deep breath.
How have I not heard of that? And there's another one where you're a giant.
Inhale through your nose.
Meditation. Sometimes meditation is such an essential.
Your belly relax.
I had a good meditation session in a little while, but some of the
VR
VR ones are actually really good. So
personalize each session based on what you share. While I craft your personalized breathing meditation, begin with a few deep breaths.
Tell me a story about those sheep.
A small group of Hebridean sheep move slowly across the grassy slope above the cove. Soul Retreat surrounds you with immersive nature and guides you through.
I think with these kinds of things where it's actual live footage, it has to be high resolution. So I'm curious to see how high that one is. Ideally nice and sharp. Soul Retreat. That's nice. There are a lot of meditation apps that are out there already. So
Guided meditation
it's interesting
and
to
peaceful
see.
scenery come together in Soul
It's always good to
Retreat,
see more, but I haven't seen many that are actual real life
Now it's time
footage
for something
like that.
completely
So
new for VRGS. Our first ever title coming to Apple Vision Pro.
Huh. This game's been out for a long time. I'm wondering if this is some kind of new update. Ah, Apple Vision Pro. That's cool. This game's actually really fun. You can play this on the Quest 3 right now. And similarly in mixed reality. It looks like they did like an actual graphical update to a certain degree. It looks like some of the cell shading and stuff is a little bit better. The lighting is better. Kartoffel. I wonder how they say it. It's interesting to see them advertising it on
puzzling is the
Apple Vision
fit
Pro
for
for the 17 people who have one.
And it's great to see more games coming to Vision Pro. Better yet, we can confirm the game is available on the headset from today. Next up is a VR adventure game with a unique twist.
Are you ready? I was built ready.
Hi, I'm Sham, head of Studio Creativity AR. For years, we've built escape rooms. Now we are building VR worlds. In a real escape room, smashing through walls is called vandalism. In VR, it's called problem solving. Welcome to Fixer Undercover. This game blends simulator, puzzle, and adventure element. Your toolkit is simple: a screwdriver, grinder, pliers, hammer, and wrench. Nothing fancy, but here's where it gets interesting.
Yeah, where does it get
Combine,
interesting?
Experiment, improvise. Use everything at your disposal to advance.
A little technical game. Puzzles are fun. I don't know if I love the setting, but
Sudab is a handyman. Fake ID. Break into Castle of Redemption prison, where he claims he is
Break
turning
into a
stone-cold
prison.
criminals into saints. You are not doing this alone. Meet Winston. He's your partner in crime.
Winston helping you break into prison.
Fixer
Looks
Undercover.
cute.
James Bond has gadgets. You have a screwdriver and creativity. Wishlist now and join our Discord.
Thanks to the team at Creativity
I am going to get
AR
a
for the
couple
latest
other
look
things
at
lined up
Fixer
to show you
Undercover.
guys
Check the demo out now
after
over on Steam.
the actual showcase is finished.
Okay, every game you see for the rest of the pre-show will be a brand new reveal.
Okay,
this
nice.
First game immediately caught our eye with its vibey take
So these
on
are
VR puzzles.
maybe the only new reveals of the whole showcase, which it said 5 new games. That's 5. So let's see. It would be weird if they were before the showcase starts, but they kind of alluded to that, so we'll see. Build detailed 3D puzzles. Okay, I'm kind of already in. They're like paper puzzles. That's cool. Not the traditional. Definitely low key. Learn and build. Yeah, this is like chill vibes for sure. I would maybe go so far as to say it's cozy. Early access on November 20th. That's next week. Puzzles of the World. I'm going to have to give that a try.
Looks gorgeous and is one of those VR games you want to get lost in. We're sure it'll turn heads as it approaches early access next year.
She said early access next year, but it said November 20th, so we'll see. This looks like Pilot Wings from back in the day. But in VR, so whole other world. Aero Surfer.
Glide, surf, and top the leaderboards in Aero Surfer. Wishlist now on MetaQuest. Our next title comes from the creator of one of VR's very best painting apps.
Another creative game of some kind. Looks like puzzles. What is this? Love the mixed reality factor. Oh, wow. That's cool. Very good reveal there. It's like Minecraft mixed reality. Oh, wow. That's actually really cool that you can just grab and place stuff. Place the lighting. Huh. Imagine if they actually got the license. Minecraft VR. Pocket Lands. Okay. I'm surprised that hasn't happened sooner, honestly. Early access December 11th. Very cool.
Clearly, Pocket Lands is a very different experience to art app Vermilion, but it looks just as creative and combines MR and VR
Oh wow,
in
that's
a really
from
fun
the
way.
creators of Vermilion.
Next
That's
up, we cordially
very cool.
invite you to what
Vermilion's
may be
amazing.
the politest
Highly
zombie
recommend it.
shooter
It's a
you've
painting
ever seen.
app that is like true to life. I talk about it in my most recent creative videos.
One is crafting a VR diversion of zombies, steam trains,
Zombies in
and Her
VR?
Majesty Queen Victoria. It's called Full Steam Undead, an affair dedicated to splendid chaos and fruitful exploration. Your principal endeavor
That's
is
funny.
to cleanse the sprawling necropolis island,
Ooh,
an
Death
isle
Train.
simply brimming with the most curious of goings-on. The particulars of how you achieve this are left entirely to your discretion.
This is one of those.
Aid you,
This just
you
seems
should
like
be
one of those
furnished with a
strange
flying steam engine
indie
and a
games
hand
that
ingeniously
might actually be a lot of fun.
blunderbuss. You'll navigate projectile maelstroms, reconsecrate corrupted crypts, and face some frightfully preposterous boss encounters. Should this particular brand of pandemonium sound like your cup of tea, do be so good as to smash that wish list button. Jolly good.
Full
Very
Steam
strange.
Undead is not just an amazing name, it also comes from the developers of the excellent By Grit Alone.
Okay, out of all of
We're
these-
all on board for this one.
Puzzles of the World looks the most interesting. I just actually got a thing about this in my email this morning.
To join our ranks,
Put your hands up.
you'll need a skill set.
Give me the gun.
If I had a bigger house, I think I would be more excited about trying this.
We'll provide it.
But it's great that they're doing the mixed reality thing with this.
Be aware, these are not typical espionage operations. Expect the unexpected.
It's cool that it's a standalone game.
Tested, as will your tactical thinking.
I got the invite to
problem-solving skills.
test this out, and I'm definitely going to try it.
Marksmanship is critical. We'll be analyzing your
So this is
performance
literally the same
across
sort of
multiple
looking
weapons
situation as Spatial Ops. You can do this in Spatial Ops as well. Obviously, it's not the same game. Spatial Ops is more of a rail shooter, but then it's got a mixed reality mode. But Aspire 2, it's great that they're doing a full game.
You are a ghost. Within
But I wonder how it'll translate if you have a small place.
Welcome to the MR missions. Aspire MR missions.
In any
Coming
case,
to MetaQuest
definitely worth a try.
This December.
The team at Digital Load has broken Aspire's MR missions into its
All
very
right, the
own
actual
game,
show is
and
about
it's
to start.
absolutely free for anyone
Hi to
who
those who are
owns
in the
original
chat.
Aspire 2,
Feel free to
which,
drop
if you haven't
questions
played
as we
yet,
go.
can't recommend enough.
Afterwards, I'm going to talk
All right, the time
about
has
the
come.
Steam Frame
Next
announcement
up,
and
the VR game
the future of
showcase.
VR. But for now, let's see the showcase. Warning to anyone who is young or has their kids around, this may have some mature content.
Be the bullet hell with your face.
What? In VR. Look at that. I mean, why not? Jeez. So is this actually Vampire Survivor? I've not played it, but it looks like it. Seems logical to bring it to VR.
Vampire
Yes,
Survivors,
sure is.
but in virtual reality.
Yes,
I would
it
try
really
it.
is called Vampire Survivors, but it's in virtual reality. And yes,
That's the whole title.
It really is available to download on Quest right now.
Oh, how funny.
This is the same fiendishly addictive time survival game you've known and loved for years. But this time it's, well, you get the idea. We can't thank the team at Poncle enough for choosing VRGS for today's surprise release. When we
That is
started
funny.
this show in 2024, we set out to make VR's answer to a Nintendo Direct or a PlayStation State of Play. We wanted to make an event that celebrated massive new game reveals and championed the best upcoming titles, not just for VR fans, but anyone that was yet to pick up a headset. I can't think of a better way to show how far we've come than kicking off today with that reveal. Now, much like the wider gaming industry, VR developers haven't had an easy year. But in spite of the
Yeah,
many
that's a
challenges,
fact.
they continue to deliver incredible experiences and prove that the hunger for core, immersive gaming is very much alive.
Sure is.
Take Arcanage, for example.
I have
This
not played
ambitious
this yet. I
action-adventure
cannot
game
wait
from a
to
small
get
indie
the
team
time
launched on
to
PSVR
dive
2
in,
and
because
PC VR earlier this year
supposedly
to
it's amazing.
critical acclaim, and it arrived on Quest just 2 weeks ago.
Yep.
On Quest and PC, the game has doubled the first month of sales of developer Vitruvius VR's previous title, Shadow Legend. In fact, it even tripled Shadow Legend's sales on PlayStation.
Have any of you in the chat tried out Arcanage
And
yet?
of course, we've all been following the extraordinary popularity of Forefront since Triangle Factory announced the game right here on VRGS at the beginning of the year. That's a thing. Last week, the game launched in early access after
Very
a
curious how
massive
this is
open
doing.
beta. In less than a week, Forefront has seen 24,000
my answer.
players pull off 4.5 million kills, destroy nearly 300,000 vehicles, complete nearly 400,000 objectives, and crash over 100,000 helicopters. If you're yet to join the ranks, we highly recommend you check the game out on Quest, Steam, and Pico.
So that one's already out. I know a lot of this is going to be
And
stuff
let's
that's
not
already
forget,
out.
There's plenty to look forward to in 2026.
Oh, hey, look at this.
Including the launch
Some actual
of Teenage
footage.
Mutant Ninja Turtles Empire City from Beyond Frames. Games like this from
This is gonna be
seasoned
fun.
developers like Beyond Frames really lean into VR's ability to make our wildest dreams come true. That is, if your wildest dream is to be a mutant turtle and eat pizza all day.
That was a very short
And
blurb.
of course,
Okay.
yesterday saw the
Big subject of
incredibly
today.
exciting reveal of Steam Frame, a headset we've
So
been
exciting.
waiting
I cannot wait to get my
literally
hands on
years to
this.
see more of. Stay tuned for later in the show as we showcase some brand new and existing Steam VR titles that paint a very bright picture for the headset's future.
Nice. I feel like they timed this
Today,
VR
we'll
showcase
show you
partially
even more games that
after
you'll be
the
diving
release
into this holiday
announcement.
season and beyond, as well as offer some big discounts from some of our partners' classic Quest games. So, grab your phone and get ready to scan our QR codes for wishlisting and sales. Let's kick off with a new title from the creators of one of last year's best VR survival games.
I am definitely going to play Vampire Survivors for the first time in VR. Why not? I played it for like 2 minutes on a flat screen, but... What is this? Well, that was a very vague teaser, but I like lighthouses
The
and
Lightkeepers is a new co-op survival
undersea
game
creatures.
with a dark twist.
Co-op
Together with
survival,
friends,
okay.
You'll explore and fight nightmarish enemies. Thanks to
Okay.
Spectral for partnering with us for today's reveal, and look out for more information.
I'm
in
imagining
2026.
an island
But
with
2026
multiple
is
players
still a
and
little while
creepy
away.
creatures.
There are plenty of big releases left in 2025.
All right, so big stuff that's still coming out this year. Oh yes, this is actually one of those things. I've been meaning to buy this on Steam already. Lush Foil Photography is what this is called. I just love this concept, and then they brought it to VR, which is brilliant. Obviously, you want to play this on a PC VR for the graphics, but it looks beautiful in non-VR. The VR version looks really nice too. But I have held off on buying the PC version because I don't know if this VR version is gonna be included. So I've been holding off to find out if it's a separate title. So I'll literally buy this today if it's gonna be an add-on, but it didn't say.
But next month is also a little while away. So let's take a look at some more titles
To scan
that are
that
launching
QR
today.
code and check.
Hey everyone, BMF VR here, and I've been checking out something really cool that just launched today. You might know Polyarch from Moss and Moss 2, the incredible storybook adventures following Quill. But this time, they've made something totally different. It's called Glassbreakers Champions of Moss.
I got to try this a little
It's one of the most
early.
refreshing VR strategy games
Really fun.
that I've seen. In Glassbreakers, you build your own squad of 3 champions, each one with their own personalities, abilities, and style. And then you jump into these fast, tactical duels that play out like a living tabletop game right in front of you. There's 1v1,
Yeah, it's very action-packed.
2v2, even solo versus AI if you want to practice or just
I've played
try
against
new strategies.
people the whole time,
Matches
and
are
I
quick,
won every
around
match.
10 minutes, and every victory helps you climb
But I
the
think it's
ranks,
just because I was overly
unlocking new
aggressive.
champions and earning
There's a lot more
all
strategy
kinds of
involved.
cosmetics and rewards along the way. And the best part, it's not pay to win. It's all about skill and smart decisions. What I really like about it is how tactile it feels, like you're actually reaching into a miniature world and commanding these tiny living heroes. It's polished, fast-paced, and just feels like something new and different in VR. Glassbreakers Champions of Moss officially launches today on MetaQuest,
Finally.
Steam VR, and Apple Vision
I'm glad it's
Pro
launching
with
officially,
full
so
cross-platform multiplayer. It's competitive, it's
I
quick
have a feeling
to
I'll get
jump
my
into,
butt kicked next
and
time I
it's
try.
a ton of fun figuring out different champion combinations and strategies. Go check it out, and I'll see you in the arena.
I was assuming it was going to be more like Demio, where it's like turn-based, but it is action. So you're like running in there and trying to take over the other side with a timer running and everything. So it's actually really fast-paced and a lot of fun. Ooh, Siberia. Can't wait to see what this one is like.
I'm a lawyer sent to take care of a delicate inheritance case. As bizarre as it
Hopefully
may
an
seem,
official release
I have
date.
the impression you are the only person who can help me.
Hello, Kate Walker.
Where is that train going, Mr. Oscar?
The train is going far away, very far away indeed.
This is a remake of a 2D game from years ago.
Who can say? I need a clue. Anything that might tell me where
Not
Hans
2D,
is.
but flat screen.
Where are we, Oscar?
Please do not be discouraged. It's possible you are closer to your initial target than you currently imagine.
I love these kinds of games, so I'm definitely going to be playing this
Find
one.
Hans and find him alive. That much I do believe.
I don't love these kinds of games if they're not in VR, but I love them in VR. The fully immersive, like exploring adventure puzzle games. They're just fun in VR. Definitely want to play this one too. So many games, it's crazy. That's all in VR, not to mention flat screen games. This has been a very rich year for gaming. Less massive titles, but lots of small, great titles. This is Tracker. Or Tracked, not Tracker. Is there another game called Tracker? There must be.
From Glassbreakers, Champions of Moss, to Track Shoot to Survive, to Siberia VR, and of course, Vampire Survivors. There's a little something for everyone in today's releases. Stay tuned
Playing
at the
all
end
of
of the show,
those,
where we'll have
legit.
more exclusive gameplay of Glassbreakers from our friends at Polygon.
I actually have footage of my gameplay. Maybe I can pop it on at the end. This looks like it'll be a lot of fun. little survival horror Star Trek. This is where the mature audience warning was for.
Hear their voices, Doctor.
It looks very Quest-like. Oh wow. Really? I feel like the Star Trek part is just attached to the, like, it could be any space
I love
game.
the direction Played with Fire is
But
heading
hey,
with Star Trek
I'm
Infection.
down.
It's a much darker take on the series that lets us step into the shoes of a Vulcan Starfleet officer. You'll explore the haunted halls of the USS Lumen, sneaking past infected crew members. Truly, this is a Star Trek experience unlike any other. Now, it wouldn't be
Certainly.
VRGS without checking in with our friends at Flat to VR Studios and Impact Inc. So let's do just that.
Roboquest? Should be out soon, I think. They said this year. Just got an email about this morning, too. I didn't realize it was a card game. Funny. Tactical card game? Yeah. I mean, the art style is not my favorite, but I love tactical card games, so that could be fun. Certainly worth a try. Primal Rumble. Okay. Multiplayer focused is always good. When it's not just running in and shooting everything as well. Ooh. I have had that on my PSVR too. I need to play it. Now this one is a big one. Roboquest was a huge hit. My good friend Jarek DeFilo did a full review of that game. You should definitely check out. I'll put a link in the description later. Alright.
We've been proud partners with Impact Inc. and Flat to VR Studios at every VRGS to date. And it's great to start talking about some of the original titles they're helping to produce, as well as focus on when you'll be playing some of the incredible projects we've already announced together.
Dates.
Including next week's long-awaited launch of Roboquest VR.
Next week.
Something we
I think they had
announced
announced
at
that.
the first ever VRGS last August. It's sure to keep us all happy as we head towards Wrath Aeon of Ruin's new release window in 2026. And don't worry, we'll have more incredible Flat to VR Studios projects to announce in the new year.
I have yet to try Exoshock. I've got access to this, and it looks great. I'm not a huge extraction shooter person, but... Is it an extraction shooter? I might be wrong. Looks good. Visually, it's very rich, even on the Quest. Almost oversaturated in a weird way. I'm assuming that's Steam version we were seeing, but yeah, anyone can
is
go try
fast
it.
becoming one of the breakout titles on the horizon for VR. Don't miss your chance to play the game for free ahead of full launch in 2026. Still to come, we've got the release date reveal for Deadly Delivery, plus more
Finally.
brand new game announcements.
I just
For
talked
now,
about that.
Let's check in with some of the
I got to
great
try
games
Deadly
you're
Delivery. It's
already
awesome.
playing to see what's coming next. Dive into Project Freefall, a competitive
I've yet to try
skydiving
this
party
as
game
well.
of tag, where you're either the last one with a parachute
All right,
or you go
either I
splat.
should say.
This community-driven game features up to 8 players battling it out with chaotic weapons.
Has anyone in the
new
chat tried
obstacles,
any of these games?
14 exciting divers to choose from. Make that 15, because as a special bonus to
Some of
VR
them have
Game
early
Showcase
access.
viewers, we developed an exclusive character working directly with their devs. Meet Damo, the VR superstar. You can unlock this character for free forever just by playing
I
Project
have to jump
Freefall
into this.
now through November 16th. But don't wait, because once this character is
Literally.
gone, it's gone forever. Play Project Freefall now for free on Meta. It's a great time to jump back into the world of Among Us 3D. On December 4th, the game is adding a classic role from Among Us, the Tracker. Their unique ability is following one bean at a time on their minimap to see exactly what they're up to. Was yellow really an admin?
Tracker
Was
update.
red actually trying to stop the sabotage? You'll see beans jumping from one room to another if they then
Boy, the regular
stop the
Among
bean
Us
on
was
your map
such a
is
craze
good
for a minute.
indication that something is very wrong. Add in engineers and a vigilante and reduce cooldowns to really amp up the fun. Get ready to become the Tracker soon. Among Us 3D is now 50% off on the Meta Horizon store for the next 48 hours.
Nice little
Golf
bonus
5
price.
is getting a fresh coat of paint with its new Playoff Edition update. The latest release for the game includes overhauled visuals
Oh,
for
wow.
the forest and tropical courses, making them more realistic than ever.
Definitely an upgrade. Look at that.
Plus, there's a new mode for quickly jumping into free-hole matches, either solo or with friends, new online team modes like 2v2s and team-based scramble modes, and even presets to play the game with VR golf club accessories. Add in options for right and left-handed play, a new means of analyzing player performance, and a new main menu scene, and you've got one of the game's biggest updates yet.
Haven't played this yet. I don't play as many PC VR games because it's so much more of a setup to actually get to the point of playing, but there are a lot of great titles out there. And when the Steam Frame comes out, I'm going to be obviously diving into a lot more because it'll be so easy to access and just play. I may even get a Steam machine because it'll be even easier to be able to just instantly boot it up and jump right into VR games with the little dongle that gets attached. It's going to make all the difference. Give my PC some rest from all the graphics processing. That's cool.
Bootstrap Island's next major update is available today, bringing the game a
I love
step
it during
closer to
showcases when they actually say, hey, this is
Developer
available
Maru
now.
deserves some serious props
Rather
for its
than, it's
commitment
available
to
in 2
delivering
years,
a high-end
perhaps.
survival experience on PC. We're looking forward to seeing where the game goes from here. Now, our next two titles come from some fantastic indie studios making experiences that are truly unique to VR. The first is a cooperative horror game that we've frankly been obsessing over since it was first revealed by our friends at Creature earlier this year.
Yes, Creature's a great company, and I've played this game, and it is phenomenal. I can't wait till it's
According to your resume
reopened
here, I
to the
think you
public.
make a perfect delivery goblin.
Awesome. Sounds great.
Yeah, do you have any questions?
Well, I was wondering about the customers.
Our customers are the kindest folks you'll ever meet.
Oh my god!
Whoa! Now,
What about the delivery routes? Are those safe?
oh, we put you in the safest neighborhoods imaginable.
What? That's good to hear.
I really think you'd make a great helping hand here at Deadly Delivery.
I mean, I do have 2 hands.
You sure do. For now.
Great. So when do I start?
This game is very ridiculous and hilarious, and sometimes terrifying.
Wait, is that me?
They took the Lethal Company concept and ran with it in the best way for VR. It's very family friendly and light, and it's so good. I highly, highly recommend Deadly Delivery. And it's going to be available on the 4th. This is cute. Definitely not my kind of thing, but the kiddos are gonna love this, and adults. No, I don't want to yuck anyone's yum. That's funny. That was the little Godot, the programming software, as a stuffed animal, a little Easter egg. Fall of 2026? Dang. Well, a little bit of time to wait for that
Deadly
one.
Delivery and Penguin Festival are at two very different ends of the VR spectrum. But they're both driven by their desire to create experiences that can only work in
Got a little time to wait. You could play that, or you could play Grand Theft Auto 6. What do you think?
Parcels and enjoy the horror with friends looks equal parts hilarious and terrifying. While Penguin Festival's charming lineup of mini-games and activities really explores the limits of VR interaction. And now it's time to shift gears, significantly.
Status of the active shooter threat is currently unknown.
Definitely more my vibe.
The area quickly.
LSPD, don't move! Down on the ground, now! Suspect is incapacitated.
Notifying Tam.
Back to the mature content. It's a funny thing about the VR showcases and gaming showcases in general, how you can go from penguins playing whack-a-mole to dead bodies on the ground within one trailer. This is one of those games that I've been meaning to try. That's supposedly amazing. It's been out for a long time, but coming to VR has been quite a step for them. Based on like real SWAT operations
Ready
that
or
have
Not,
happened.
VRO mod is available tomorrow, and that
Nice.
trailer shows you just how much work developer Kit and VR Oasis have put into making this feel like an authentic
Yeah, now I
VR
feel like I should really dive
It's
in
proof
because
that
VR
modders are
is
behind some of
the
the
way
most
to do it.
exciting
It's not just a
projects
first-person
in
shooter.
VR today.
It's an actual
We promised you
operation.
more
You
new game
go in and
reveals,
have
and we're
specific
here to deliver.
goals. Okay, I'll be quiet. Many orcs were harmed.
Welcome to Scrollfort Reach, your new home. A place of peace and harmony, of beauty and joy, and most importantly, orc-free. Visit the sites, know the culture, interact with the locals, fall in love. Come and play with your loved ones. Bathe in the beauty of it all. Scrollfort is a town of order and honor. Just don't mess with the rift, or we'll all be doomed.
I don't know. Looks like a multiplayer. It reminds me of King of Meat, which just recently came out, but not exactly the same, but just has a similar vibe, with obviously more blood.
That's how it's done.
January.
Orcs
Okay.
Must Die by the Blade
Looks like it
is
could
a
be fun.
brand new entry in the beloved Tower Defense series, built specifically for VR.
Oh, I've never played
For the
Orcs
first
Must
time,
Die.
you'll fully immerse yourself in the role of a war mage and get up close and personal with the action in an all-new story crafted by the team that previously brought you Captain Toonhead. It's a great fit that will kick off 2026 in blood-soaked style. Stay tuned, as we're a few moments away from revealing our final new game announcement of the day.
Final new
Plus,
game
a
announcements.
new look at Steam VR games following the Steam Frame reveal.
Awesome.
And our post-show
And we'll talk
gameplay
about that
deep dive
after
into
as well.
Glassbreakers. Before that, there's time to confirm that VRGS will return next spring. If you're interested in taking part in any of our 2026 events, reach out on the VR Game Showcase website. Alright then, our final reveal of the day is a brand new IP and one of the most impressive trailers for a new VR game we've ever featured on the show.
Wow, okay.
Enjoy.
No pressure. Brand new IP. Huh. Although it looks like Final Fantasy. Sort of. A little bit of Pokemon, a little Final Fantasy. Even the music, definitely inspired by the Knights of Fiona. Okay. 2026.
Knights of Fiona is the incredibly ambitious new game from Character Bank, the developers that brought us Ruins Magus. We can't wait to see more.
I have not played Ruins Magus, but I'll have to check that out. That looks interesting. Now this is what I'm excited
sure
about.
A lot of you came here off the back of yesterday's incredibly exciting reveal of Steam Frame,
Sure
the new headset
did.
from Valve with wireless PC VR streaming and standalone functionality. As you probably know, Steam VR itself is a broad ecosystem that strives to seamlessly support a lot of different.
Ready or not. Is that what this is? Must be. Look how nice that looks. I'm just going to assume it's playing on the actual Steam Frame hardware. That'd be great. I don't know if that's true, but... That's probably not ready or not, actually. What is this? Nice. Ooh. Taking care of problems. Nice. That looks cool. VR and non-VR. So it's Half-Life Alyx becoming its... I was going to say, it reminded me very much of Half-Life Alyx in the control scheme, just from looking at it, so very cool. So then this is all about glass breakers, which is cool. Let me see if I can...
Now's the time! Attack that glass! Good luck, and may the glass break your way.
Hey
Okay.
everyone, this is Steam Deck. Steam Deck is our powerful, portable,
So-
handheld gaming PC that lets you take your Steam library with you anywhere.
We're gonna jump
We're
to
pretty proud
this.
of it. People who own Steam Decks have been playing everywhere, and we couldn't be happier with the response we've heard from all of you. We're excited to talk about the future of Steam Deck, but not today, because this isn't a video about the future of Steam Deck. This is a video about the future of Steam hardware.
Which is
Today,
awesome.
We're announcing 3 new members of the Steam hardware lineup. All connect you with powerful PC gaming. All are optimized for gaming with Steam, and all are shipping in early 2026. Let's start with this one.
So the controller itself, awesome. Glad to see
This is the new Steam
And I
controller.
think I'll get one before everything
The new
else,
Steam
just
controller
to
puts
play
all of your Steam games
PC
at
games.
your fingertips, so you can play wherever and however you want. Just like with Steam Deck, we want you to be able to play any game with your Steam controller, even games never built with a controller in mind.
Balatro.
It has all the great features from Steam Deck,
Love it.
like trackpads, gyro, and back buttons, all in a comfortable form
You've
factor.
probably seen this already,
Its
but
next-generation magnetic thumbsticks let you play with improved
this
responsiveness.
is
and
all
longevity.
exciting news.
We put capacitive
The
touch
future
sensors
of
on the thumbsticks
all
and
of
now
our
on the back
gaming.
of the controller too, so you can enable precision gyro aiming with the touch of your thumb or your pinky if you're feeling fancy. Play for way too long with a rechargeable lithium-ion battery that allows for over 35 hours of
That's
playtime.
an insane
With
amount.
Steam controller, we want to make charging and wireless pairing.
I wonder how much the
something that's
rumble
actually
feature,
easy.
depending on the
That's why
game,
we
would
created
change
the
that,
Puck.
but 35
The
hours
Puck
is
is
no
a
joke.
combination wireless adapter and magnetic charger included with every Steam controller. Snap it on to charge. Once you're charged up, snap it off again. You can play over Bluetooth or a wired connection too. The new Steam controller works with any device running Steam or
It's
Steam
interesting
Deck,
'cause it still has a
whether it's
USB-C
PC,
port.
Mac, handheld, smartphone.
So obviously the
Steam
charging
Deck,
is
or the new
separate.
Steam machine. Oh,
You could do
this
both,
is
I'm
the new
sure.
Steam machine.
I love the way they did that reveals from one to the next. They're like, oh, also, yeah, this massive system release that's going to change the gaming industry forever.
Steam Machine is a powerful gaming PC in a small but mighty package, designed for your games on the big screen. It's quiet too, which is crazy since it's 6 times more powerful than a Steam Deck, powered by a discrete, semi-custom AMD GPU, enabling 4K gaming at 60 frames per second with FSR. Steam Machine runs SteamOS made for a bigger screen, built for gaming in your living room, your office, or wherever you play, with the rest of your PC accessories. Steam Machine borrows some great features from Steam Deck, like lightning-fast sleep and wake, an SD card slot to easily expand your storage, and brings some new tricks of its own, like a customizable LED strip, which can show different system functionalities, or your own light show. Steam Machine is a PC, so run whatever software you want, and it works with all your favorite desktop and gaming accessories. Steam Machine is designed to work hand in hand with the Steam controller, with the low latency, wireless connectivity of the Steam controller puck built right in. And it's great for streaming your games to your phone, tablet, laptop, Steam Deck, or Steam Frame. Oh, yep, this is Steam Frame.
What we came for. There were so many rumors about this. It was
Steam
originally
Frame
called
is Valve's
the
next generation
Deckard
VR hardware. Stream
as a
all
code
your
name.
Steam games, VR and non-VR alike, in this comfortable, lightweight, wireless VR headset. Steam Frame uses camera-based tracking, so getting into your games is as easy as slipping on the headset and waking it up. Steam Frame controllers, included with the headset, are designed with all the inputs you need for your VR titles, like motion controls and capacitive tracking for all your fingers, as well as a split gamepad layout.
I'm
to
very
work with
curious
your
about
whole
that
Steam library.
capacitive tracking
They
for all
even
your
feature the
fingers,
same
because the
magnetic
Valve Index
thumbsticks
had
as
all
Steam
that, where
controller
all your
for
fingers were
responsiveness
tested.
and
Like,
longevity. Steam Frame also pairs seamlessly
tracked.
with the new Steam controller, a great companion for playing non-VR games in the headset. To make sure
the fact
streaming
that
is smooth and stable,
that
no
alone
matter
is going to
what,
be one of the
Steam
key
Frame
things that makes
includes a
the
wireless
system
adapter
a
that lets you
major
stream your
success.
game from your PC to your headset
Being able
over
to
a
just play
fast
all
and
your Steam
dedicated
library
Wi-Fi 6 connection, and the game is
with
streamed
no
to your
issues.
frame optimized for VR, using new technology that allows for the highest resolution streaming exactly where your eyes are looking. And Steam Frame is a PC, running SteamOS. In addition to streaming,
Which is awesome.
you can install and play a bunch of VR and non-VR games right in the headset without a host PC. You can also expand your onboard storage to fit even more games with a micro SD card.
So buy the small one
Steam
and get an
controller,
SD card
Steam
for really
Machine,
cheap.
and Steam Frame. All built with the same DNA as Steam Deck, all powered by Steam, work together, and can be used however you'd like with whatever peripherals and accessories you choose. Everything you see here is the culmination of what we've learned from
Such
our
a
previous hardware
killer
experience
lineup.
and what we've wanted ourselves as gamers. Powerful PC gaming in an open ecosystem, giving
That
you more
right there.
ways to enjoy
Open
the games you
ecosystem.
love and discover new ones. Steam Controller, Steam Machine, and Steam Frame are all shipping in early 2026. Learn more at steampowered.com/hardware.
So awesome. Look at that thing. So the Quest 3 officially has real competition. Looks pretty awesome, right? TerraVision, yeah. It's exciting. Next year is going to be a big year for VR gaming. I'm hoping that the Steam Frame actually comes out relatively early in the year so that there's plenty of time to obviously get a chance to play with all of the hardware. I mean, be able to stream. I'm going to go right to their website so we can look at that directly to look at what they've said about it. So let's just go through it. It's very straightforward, but as you see, it's a direct competitor to the Quest 3. It is a standalone system, so you can play a lot of the games, pretty much all the games you'll be able to play on Quest 3, except for Quest 3 exclusive games. But it also opens up the entire world of Steam VR games, and there are tons of Steam VR games that are not playable on the Quest 3. Like, for example, Out of Sight VR is a game that you can right now play on Steam and is coming to Quest 3, but it's not coming out on Quest 3 until sometime, I think in January. I don't know if they've set a release date, but Out of Sight VR is a really cool Flat to VR Studios game that they've transitioned to make available on Quest. But you could literally plug this. I mean, you could play it right now on your Quest if you plug it into a PC and set it up that way. But the Valve, the Steam Frame, sorry, I was going to say Valve Index, but this is the actual direct replacement for that. So let's just go through the website and what it says, and we'll talk about each of the little things really quickly. So it's VR, non-VR gaming. That's one of the coolest things about it, is you'll be able to literally play any of your Steam library right there on the system. Now, how many of those games you'll be able to play without hooking up to a computer, that is a different question, because obviously the little computer that's built into it is much like the Quest 3 system. It's not going to be some astronomical hardware that can do, major 3D rendering for big games. But games that are optimized for it, you will be able to play directly in it. So that by itself is a huge pull. And it's essentially, from what I've seen, it is similar to a Steam Deck in terms of processing power. So if you can play it on your Steam Deck, you could probably play it on your Steam Frame. But that remains to be seen. One of the coolest things about it is that the battery pack is on the back right here. It is one of those things where I'm just like, how have other companies not done this yet? Like the fact that the battery pack is back here, so it balances it out from your face to your back. I actually use, for my Quest 3, I have a battery pack on the back that balances it out in a similar way. Also with the halo, so there's like a little pressure here, much like the PSVR 2, which I just like that style. And then one of the cool things about this whole system for the PC VR side of things is this streaming functionality, foveated streaming. So this is a really good way to show it, but essentially it does have eye tracking, which is definitely going to bring the price up, which is a thing to keep in mind. But it tracks where your eyes are looking, and it only renders the information from your computer to, not renders, but it only sends the information on the hardware level to the headset that is actual information you need for your eyes where you're looking. So with this super fast wireless adapter, the 6 gigahertz technology that's in a lot of Wi-Fi setups, you can actually have, like my phone is actually connected to a 6 gigahertz wireless right now, but that is a really fast connection. That's not great for going through walls necessarily, but it is really great for like in the same room having wireless connectivity. So it'll be able to stream super high quality right to your eyes with literally almost no latency. And latency, that delay that happens, is one of the reasons that people get sick in VR. And I'm going to be doing a whole video. You'll be able to click to where I'm going to talk much more deeply about VR sickness and many of the reasons people get VR sickness, and how we are coming to a point where people with understanding will be able to get past that, especially with technology like this being implemented. So very cool. And then we've got this little click through. I haven't actually looked through all these pages myself. I just have looked extensively at this headset because it looks awesome. So you can, this is the cool thing. It's the big reason that I don't play a lot of PC VR games is because I have to boot up my system, link my headset to it, plug it in if I'm playing with a plug, which I tend not to do unless I'm playing PSVR 2 games with my PS5. Um, but all the little steps you have to do to actually get into a VR game, you won't have to deal with, just like on the Quest 3. See, I play mostly Quest 3 games. I can't wait to see some like one-to-one comparisons of Quest graphics versus Steam frame graphics, because obviously it's going to be better. It's been a couple of years. And then let's see, it has the pancake lenses, which is awesome, with 21 by 60 LCD panels per eye, with up to 144 hertz refresh rate, which that's experimental at the start of this apparently. The audio, it's built into the side panels, like where your ears are. So you have the audio kind of built in, much like the Quest 3. It's like the Quest 3, it just kind of points it right into your ear. This is similar, and it's just in the head strap, so you won't even see it. And then the camera tracking, from what I understand, has a wider field of view. So the top cameras will actually be able to sense your hand all the way back here. So there are a lot of games where you're grabbing something from your pack or doing some kind of action where you're really reaching far back, and you often lose hand tracking with the Quest 3, which is frustrating, honestly. Because a lot of times, certain games, even if you're just resting your arm down, it'll do goofy things because it's down there. It's one of the frustrations I have with just playing VR in general. But the angle of view is going to be much wider, so it'll be able to pick up those little details a lot better. And see, I didn't even know about this. Easy battery access. So similar to the Quest 3, you can just pop the batteries in and out. And all that stuff that it was talking about before mostly was talking about linking to your PC, which obviously, or your Steam machine in this case, which is awesome. And it does do standalone play. So it's, it talks about that reality. Runs Steam OS, Snapdragon 8 processor, 16 gigabytes of RAM is nothing to sneeze at when it comes to gaming. That's really good. So it's going to be able to do a lot. Then it says growing number of both VR and non-VR games. So like I was saying before, it really is going to be awesome to be able to play a lot of games that are just your flat screen games, but play them right there on the headset. Just plop down on the couch and have a giant big screen TV in front of you to play a ton of your Steam games without having to boot up and do a bunch of other stuff. It's going to just link you to your games in a faster way than you ever have had. I'm going to be thrilled when I get that. I'm going to be playing a lot more PC games, to be honest. It's with the fact that I have to do so much setup to play games stops me from playing a lot of games that are only on Steam. So I'm excited because I feel like I'm going to be much more of a Steam gamer very soon. So it runs Steam OS, Steam verified games, just like Steam Deck and Steam Machine. So it'll have its own verified program, much like the Steam Deck says, like Steam Deck verified, which is cool. And that also means that a lot of flat screen games will be just verified with that. It'll be a little check mark, just like it is with Steam Deck. And the developer kit, if you're a developer, obviously this is the time to jump in there. Pairs with the Steam controller, which makes it easier. So it's an exciting time. We don't have any prices at all, which sucks. But there are various estimates on prices. This is a good little breakdown of all the little details. So the IPD adjustment knob is on the top. I think it's weird that it's out in the open like that. I feel like, why bother? I mean, I guess if you're switching between people frequently, you might want to have that. That's what sets the distance of your eyes for different people so that the focus is nice and solid. Not the focus, but your eye distance so that the 3D looks right. And then it's got all these little details, the micro SD card, proximity sensor, all the standard stuff you get in a headset. Fast processor, either 256 gigabytes or 1 terabyte. I'll just be buying the 256 gigabyte since you can buy a micro SD card for relatively inexpensive. Plug it in there. I mean, I have one for my Switch 2 that was $60, $70, and it's half a terabyte. So I don't see why you would spend however extra amount that they're going to be charging for I guess it's nice to just have the system storage right there. Let's see. Dual audio drivers. All around, it just looks like it's going to be a killer system. And I am thoroughly excited to get my hands on one as soon as it's available. And it's not announced as at a specific date. It doesn't have an official price. But this is the deal with the pricing. So originally, it was rumored to be $1,200 with Steam taking a loss at that price. So that was last year. That rumor was like rumbling around. And the big thing now is that all these other headsets that are coming out, like the XR headset, the Galaxy XR, that's coming out. Right, I think it's out already. That's $1,800, and the Apple Vision Pro is like $3,500. I think the only way that they're going to do really well with this headset is if they keep it 1,000 or less, because you can get a Quest 3 for $500, which honestly, the amount of quality you get out of a Quest 3, which you can actually get in the description below. I'm going to drop a link down there. That's you can get $30 Quest Cash if you buy one through my links. The Quest 3 still just is a phenomenal system. And for the price, it's hard to beat, truly. So it'll be very interesting to see if they can actually pull off beating the Quest 3 in any respect. Let me lower this and just put that other video back on. In any case, the Steam frame, it's coming soon, and it's gonna truly tell. We'll truly be able to tell if it is a true competitor when we find out the price. That is the big question. So some people are actually estimating that it's going to be around the price of a Quest 3. I don't think so. I think it's going to be at least $599. That is absolute minimum. I'm guessing more like close to 1,000 because I think people will pay it. You know, you look at the Steam Deck, and people spend $850 on a Steam Deck easily on the higher model. And why would they not with the VR version where they can play a lot of their library without even having to have the whole system? It's just a brilliant idea. It's a great concept that has been long, long, long awaited. And I'm very anxious to see what the next steps are going to be, what the price is going to be. And here it comes, 2026. It's going to be a very interesting year. I hope that they manage to get it out by like June, because they did say they did say earlier, so that's what they're promising. And I feel like it looks like it's completely ready, and a lot of people have already tried it. So I'm going to try to see who I can get in contact with to hopefully get some kind of early access to test it out myself and give you guys my impressions directly once I finally get my hands on one. And I mean, obviously, if not before it comes out, I'll be getting it day one. It is an absolute must buy for me. This is the kind of thing that will be the next evolution. Of course, I'm very curious to see what Meta has as an answer to this, because they don't have any system coming out next year. So it's almost like they knew about it and they're going to give Steam a little bit of a window of time, and then they'll probably come right back around with a higher processing speed and more features and all that for the next year. But I think that Steam has staying power because it's Steam. They can have it's an open ecosystem, like it said in the video. So there's so many options and so many things that you could do with this system. It's going to be the most versatile and probably the longest lasting of VR headsets in terms of major use. So it's going to be a little bit more expensive, I'm betting. I'm betting not over 1,000, but I'm also not betting it's going to be anywhere near as cheap as the Quest 3. So Quest 3 is still going to have quite an edge for a while because people can actually jump in and play a Quest 3S, for example, for $300, which is insane. So maybe we'll get a nice big surprise, and perhaps they'll announce it at $599 as the smaller model, or maybe even $499 to directly compete with the Quest 3. But only time will tell. Hopefully we'll get an announcement. I wouldn't expect any kind of actual price announcements for the Steam Machine or the Steam Frame or even the controller probably until early next year, because they kind of just dropped it yesterday. So in any case, I'm very excited about that. I'm looking forward to all the games that they talked about. Not all the games, but I'm looking forward to a lot of the games that they talked about in the VR showcase. Quite a few good titles there, good updates, finally some release dates on a lot of things. So that is it for today's video, though. If you guys want to see a lot of my other videos where I have full top 10 lists of a lot of the games that are already on the Quest 3 and PSVR 2. In fact, I'm going to be dropping a PSVR 2 review of Luminous Arise tomorrow. About to go edit that video right now. But that is it for today's video, though. Thank you so much for watching. Hit that subscribe button, that like button, and go try something new. I'll see you soon on Game List Plus. Oop, wrong button. That's what happens when you have two screens next to each other that are above and below.